name is For, and today we're going to be talking about the new Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk Beautifying Face Palette, and we're going to be looking at the light medium. There was no sense in me getting the other one, even though it looks like if you can shear it out it would work, but as much as I'm going to be using this, I want to really focus on something that's really everyday for my skin tone. This is the exterior packaging. If you look, it has that, the mother of pearl, the pink. Trying to get good. And then this is the actual product. Now, I had been excited about this because I wanted something that was matte, and her mattes have kind of just a light satin sheen to them. They're not flat matte or powdery looking matte. But I was wanting something because her other cheek colors didn't really work for me as far as being, I like to strategically place my highlight for my face, and the other blushes just didn't seem like they were really working for me. So I was very excited to get things that had separated out the matte, the more matte blushes and the highlighter colors. Now, you can't hardly see this, but it's possible to really sheer these blushes out where you're just getting the very faintest wash of color. But here are the swatches. This is the lighter color, this is the deeper color, and same, this is the lighter highlighter on top, and this is the more pink. And some people have been using this as like an all over face color, but I feel like it's deeper in its pinkish peach, and this is more of a pinkish white, pinkish cream. And the surprising thing for me, I thought that I would like this color better, and it's ending up that I actually like this color better on my face. Who would have known? But I love Charlotte Tilbury's, her, like the Hollywood Bronze and Glow. I really like that as a very soft read. And for this, it's a little, if you want just that light wash of color, you could use a very soft brush. This is my K.I.S.S.I.N.G brush, just for that soft wash of color. And if you wanted something, this is one of my Bare Minerals brushes, and it's a little more shapely, and it's also a thicker sort of a brush, so it's firmer to pick up the shadow if you want something, if you want this blush to go on more firmly. Now, I picked this up off of the Charlotte Tilbury website because I also wanted to pick up the new limited edition lip color, the Rosy Seduction. I couldn't tell from online if it was a warmer leaning tone or a cooler leaning tone for a pink. And this is it swatched, and we'll take a look at this. It's actually fairly neutral. It warms up some on my face, and if I let it for a while and kind of have it where it wears just a little bit, it reads a little warmer, but it's lovely. Like, it wears just in a lovely way. So I really wanted to pick this up, so I got this off the Charlotte Tilbury website. So we're gonna go in, I'm gonna be using my more thick brush to put this on so you can actually see color. And we're gonna go first for the lighter, more neutral toned Pillow Talk. So you can see what that looks like. Okay. Okay, so that's in its placement as a little bit more, and because it's a little more like a neutral sort of a pink, I can place that a little lower and a little back farther if I'm not wanting to do a contour or a bronzer. And then I can kind of wash it out with this brush. And again, this brush is very firm. It's not scratchy or pokey or anything, but it's just a firmer brush. So that's what the other color looks like. I'll do the other side of my face. and then brushing it out a bit. Now I'm going to take off the spectacles for a moment, and I'm going to just lightly around other parts of the face since I'm not doing a bronzer or a contour. And this is more in that. So I'm just giving myself a light color. Okay, so that's that one. Now we're gonna come in with the more bright pink blush, the bottom one. I'm gonna still use the same more dense brush because I feel like it gives me a better color payoff. I am not necessarily in the, it should be, you know, sheer and buildable category. I like things that show up, but you know, to each his own. Anyway, here's the brighter color. And I'm gonna bring it up to the flush part of my cheeks. And then bringing it up. And you can see it's definitely a brighter pink, but it just surprised me how much I really liked this color on me. Pleasantly surprised. Not, oh my God, what have you done? That has happened. Okay, and I have my one spot here that doesn't like to take color, so I'm just gonna go over it a little bit. Okay, so there you go. Now I'm gonna go in with a highlighter brush. Now, of the two shades, I think really what I want to be doing is using this, and then I'll use this in my eye area, in my eye look. So I'm going to use the lighter highlighter-y sort of thing. And then blend it out. Now, if you're wanting to blind people from space, this is probably not the product for you, but you can get a fairly decent highlighter read. And again, if you use something that's very dense, apply it and then blend out, you can get a fairly decent read. It's just not going to start out in the blinding from space. Okay. So now we're going to go to the eye area, and I have my fluffy brush. Going in with my fluffy brush, and I'm going to start in with that top color to the more neutrally color. I'm going to go in the crease first, thinking about it like more of a contourish sort of a color. And you could just use that if you wanted to do, you know, more all over monochromatic. Okay, now I'm going to go in again with the fluffy brush, but I'm going to go right under that and do the brighter pink. Okay, and then I'm going to take a more dense brush, and I'm going to be, excuse me, let me get a sip of coffee. Okay, my more dense brush. I'm gonna go back into the deep pink shade, and I'm gonna go onto my lid. I'm sure they all have specific names, but I'm never going to use them. It's just going to be the lighter pink or the darker pink or the brighter pink. Okay, and then I'm going to take and do just with my ring finger into the lighter highlighter to do inner corner. And again, it's just going to be fairly, I like to call this polite shimmer. Okay, and then, sorry, I have a hair in my face. You know how that goes? And it just won't go away. Okay, going to the other side. And see, it's just a very, very light highlight. Okay, and then what I want to do is take the deeper highlighter on the bottom row, and again going in with my ring finger, and I'm going to be tapping it in the middle. And again, very polite shimmer, but this one is going to read a little more pinky peach, a little more color to it than the other highlighter. Okay, and then I'm going to take a pencil brush, and I'm going into the darker, the pink on the top, the more muted. And I'm going to go under the lash line. And I'm going to try and go out just a little bit from that, because I'm going to come in with a black. Trust me. Okay, so I'm going here and out. I think I'm smoking it out. Going here. Now you could do the Pillow Talk eyeliner. You could do Walk of No Shame. But what I want to do is look at doing black with this. And I'm putting just a little more of that in the top corner. Because sometimes there's really pretty looks with just kind of the pink and black. So I'm taking my Laura Geller. This is the Kajal in black. Getting it on the pencil brush. And then I'm going to try and get as close to the lash line as possible. Now you could do a waterline with this. I don't use product in my waterline anymore. I tend to get very congested in that area, and at one point in time I got a chalazion and had to have it surgically removed. That's when your ducts there get plugged and then it turns hard and crystalline. So I don't do that anymore. Not that that's going to happen to any of you. Just, you know, make sure. In my younger days, I don't think that I was as diligent about cleaning as I should have been in the eye area. So anyway, I'm just going to take and keep this along the outer lash line. And then up here, because I'm just trying to add eye definition and a little bit of contrast with the pink and the black. Okay, and going to the other eye. And I'm doing this with the brush because I have more control. This is a wider application, and you can sharpen it to a tip, but this way I am being very soft with the color because I'm doing it with the brush. And then some of the upper lash line towards the outside. Okay, now I'm going to add mascara. Going in with my Better Than Sex, you can use, again, the Pillow Talk mascara. Or just the regular black mascara from Charlotte Tilbury. She has a couple different formulations. Okay, so there is our eye look. And now I'm gonna do the lipstick. Very excited about this. The pretty packaging. And you could use any lip liner you want. I'm not using a lip liner so you can see the color read as it is. Okay, and this is in the lovely satiny formulation. So I'm gonna come in really quick so you can get a closer look. Don't panic. It's all very soft, very pretty, very work appropriate. Okay, there you go. So we've got the Rosy Seduction lipstick and the new palette in light medium. Hope you enjoyed it. Get ready for the holidays, folks. It's going to be a wild ride, but there's some very pretty makeup to start you off. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.